All right, I think we're back. I think sometimes the best laid plans,
Ooh, that was
something
a
like
great
that.
halftime show there. We really appreciated that Eagles cover band in the halftime show.
Yeah.
Now we're
Good.
back for the third quarter.
So we left off. I think we missed Mike. Mike Knight is from Wichita Falls, Texas. Sorry about that, Mike. I think we're live now again, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, so we're back. There ain't no one watching now. It doesn't matter. But let's talk about the points thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of the overall points lead. We want to cover that, and then let's talk a little bit about the SCA World Championship. We mentioned we had a little bit of information I can give out on that.
All right. So the top 10, and these are points through last Thursday. So yesterday is not included in this. 171 points. That thing is still going crazy. 171 points. Matt Overson is in first place.
171.
Yep.
Last year, Dan Judd, I remember Dan had like 205, 206 was, I think, the winner. And that there's only been two people, I think, hit 200.
Okay.
So
We got 4 months left.
yeah.
Yeah.
We still have 4 months at 171.
171.
Wow.
We got
That's nuts.
got last year's SCA champion Terry Rowan in second place at 150.
Mr. Consistent.
Absolutely.
Won the world championship last year.
Yep.
Hey, Dan.
You want to just we got it. All right, John Lindsay.
Do you not realize this is a professional studio? Right. You're good.
No, you're good.
All right, John Lindsay.
John's in third. What's up, John?
Awesome.
Wade Rhodes in
Good job, buddy.
fourth. We
He's
talked
consistent.
about Mark Huntley. Mark's in fifth. Cody Avery is sixth. Robert Irwin is seventh. Dan Judd is eighth.
Dan, you haven't seen Dan as much this year, but Dan has just been very consistent when he's there. He's
Good.
just getting calls every time, so he's been doing good. What's up, buddy?
Perfect. Ty Higgins is in ninth, and then the better half of the Green family, Kerry Green, is 10th place.
The Duchess
And who's right behind him?
John Green is in 11th.
There you
So
go.
what's up, John?
That's
What's up,
a family battle, 10 and 11 in points.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the last 2 weeks they have flip-flopped or so.
They have.
Back and forth over the top of each other.
They're
It's really fun.
Yeah, they're having a great time. And they're hitting an event yesterday, and they'll hit one tomorrow. They're cooking today,
Nice.
I believe, in Little Rock, and then they'll go to Conway tomorrow.
Assuming they didn't have to go somewhere to pick up another Duchess.
That's true. They may have had to stop and pick up 7 more Duchesses somewhere.
Let's do the top 10 at large. We've got them here.
Okay.
I know you haven't published it yet, but we're getting close to
Right.
July, maybe time frame to start publishing it.
Exactly. What we've done is 30 days before the championship,
Okay.
that's when the at-large bids, and that's the next 10 in line.
Yeah. So let's go through that real quick.
Of non-winners.
Well, they're all winners, but
So-
guys that have not officially got their golden
So
ticket.
if somebody's in the top 10 that hadn't got a golden ticket, they're already in. So it would be the 11 after that, correct?
No, it would not.
I'm trying to roll it.
I know you're
I know
trying.
you are. All right. So these are the top 10 points without a ticket that are at the at-large bid right now.
So take anyone that's got a ticket and then take the next 10.
Yeah. So first place in that group, 109 points, Mark Huntley. Second place in that group drops to 59 points, Kenny Croft. Amy
Georgia boy.
Butkin is third. Josh
Georgia
Carter.
girl.
Yep. Josh Carter is fourth.
Florida,
John Payne is fifth.
Texas, bringing the pain.
Brent Clark is sixth.
Texas.
Seventh is Lauren Ragland.
Don't sleep on Laura.
Florida, yeah.
Lauren, she's killing it.
Eighth is Johnny
Out of the
Joseph.
country today. Though.
Yeah, hard
Yeah.
to turn in when you're in Europe.
Eighth is Johnny Joseph. Ninth is Richard Dalen. Dick Dalen. Is that Dalen
That's
Dalen?
Big Dick Dolan.
All right.
He's out of Minnesota. And Johnny, happy belated birthday. He had a birthday a day or two ago, so happy birthday to you.
And then 10th place. So points right now, 10th place at large is 42 points, Brian Parker.
So that number is gonna keep increasing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just pure numbers. That's interesting.
How does it separate the tiebreakers at that point?
If there is a tie, say
I
for,
think 11th has 42 as well.
say it goes to
11th has 41. It's in
Still trying to figure out a way.
11th place is this guy right over
Yeah.
here.
That's why I'm
So
marking
if
it on.
you happen to be tied for 10th in the at-large deal, you'll both get the invitation. There's not going to be a tiebreaker on that. You'll both get in. I mean,
Right.
I'd hate to lose that coin toss or something on
Or
that one,
alphabetical
but
order.
Yeah.
But as far as the top 10 goes for actual points at the end of the year, because we do awards for that, on stage. If there is a tie there, the tiebreaker, say we have two people tied for third and fourth, the tiebreaker will be how many events they did. So if you are tied at 190 points and you did 30 events and he did 28, he had a higher average. He did better he cooked less events to get the same points. He would get the
points out.
So
he would end up,
Okay.
less events. So he would end up 30, he would end up third and you'd be fourth in that case.
Right.
That kind of makes
Good.
sense. Now in Australia, we've already started theirs because we're giving them 60 days before the championship to announce their at large. That gives them time because it's a long travel.
Right. Passports.
Europe's comes out Monday. They're at large. We'll have that this week. And then United States will do at the end of the month, give it a month. We'll give that 2 months before the cutoff date.
Yeah.
Even though we're announcing the at larges, say Europe and Australia, 30 or 60 days out, they're still accumulating points all the way to the championship. You could still win and get in. This is just so people that are the next 10 can get in and make their travel plans. Is all we're trying to do.
Right.
So there'll be 10 invitations at larges in Europe, 10 in Australia, plus the 10 in the United States, plus the winner of every event or the drop down at that event, the next in line if they're already qualified. So should be 275, 300 teams there.
Right.
That's kind of what we're counting on for the regular. And then in the kickoff classic, I guess let's walk through the championship since we
tell us the
we
schedule.
kind of waited here, but championships October 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, something like that.
First weekend of October.
First weekend in October starts on Thursday. It's a kickoff classic or international party. We're gonna do that at Wild Acres. It's a brewery in Fort Worth, Texas. It's nice. We line the flags around the outside. We've got something fun we're gonna do there. But this party is to celebrate the international teams. So all of them will be there, and I want you guys there. Come up there and meet the guys. You know, welcome them to the country. Welcome them to Fort Worth. Everyone, all the teams are welcome to come. Anybody actually.
We went last year. It was a good time.
Yeah, it was a good time. This year, we're going to mix in a Whataburger eating contest at the international party. We're going to set up a table and 4 people. We haven't decided who's going to compete, how we're going to do it yet. We'll figure that out, but that'll be
You're
interesting.
gonna get a Whataburger ring for him?
I don't know. I can't get the boots. I saw them online. I wanted those, but those are one of a kind given to Randy Rogers.
Okay.
So we're going to do something for them. I don't know if it's Yetis with the Whataburger Yetis, or we'll figure out something. But we'll
That'll be
have
Thursday night.
that's Thursday night.
So you got Friday and Saturday to recover.
Yep. We don't have Pedialyte as a sponsor, but after Thursday's night at the brewery, you'll probably need a little Pedialyte. Friday's we call it our family reunion.
Okay.
You know, the whole SCA
Yes.
family. We're going to have, this will be, we're moving it this year. We've been at Billy Bob's. This year we're going to be at River Ranch. River Ranch, we held the MBBQA conference there a couple years. It's a great facility. It screams Texas inside.
Great.
There'll be some Longhorn cattle out back. It's got a big wraparound patio with fire pits, you know, so we'll have some fires going. We'll have some live music there. We've got a lot of liberties what we haven't had in the past to really create something different.
Good.
Trying to have a Republic whiskey fountain, like a chocolate fountain.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but I'm trying to work on that. That's
Successful on creating the fountain or successful on finishing the fountain?
We didn't say anything about finishing a fountain. If I could get it there, that's.
Do like that communion at the Catholic Church, whatever's left over, you have to drink.
I'm not against this.
Okay.
I'm not against these things, but we've got some neat stuff going there. We're I don't know if I hadn't talked to Ken about what I can say or what I can about it yet, but,
All right.
let's
Err
see.
on the side of don't say it.
Yeah, we've got let's say we've got some special challenges that are going to come up there. You know, there might be some mystery baskets around the room that some people may be called upon to come to the stage and have a impromptu competition. We'll see. There's going to be a lot of different things. It's got bands, but best part is we get that stage when we're ready to go on it. We don't have to rush through dinner. We don't have to get off the stage. So, a headline band can come onto that stage. So we've got it as long as we want it. We're going to be able to take our time. I think we're still not going to be able to introduce every team, especially with 300. People will be sleeping or drunk by the time we get to
I mean,
the
if
end
you've
of
ever been
this.
to a high school graduation, it's like, it
Yeah,
would be
it's a
that.
beating.
It's just right.
We
Yeah.
did what, top 20 last year? Top 20, top 25?
I think we did top 20 in points for United States, and then we introduced the international teams. We've talked about all sorts of things, a parade of teams, introductions by state. We've talked about so many things, but we'll narrow that down as we get closer. Beginning of the week, we're going to send out a packet to all the teams that are qualified. We'll have timelines. We won't have fine details in there. We want some of the stuff that isn't going to be a surprise, hopefully.
Good.
But I'm really excited. That facility is going to be great. It's right there downtown. And then the next one we had on Saturday, it's the SCA World Championship. This is going to be round one, the world's largest steak cook-off, world's largest payout.
Good.
Payouts went up, I believe, $11,500 for Saturday's event for the World Championship. So it'll be the largest individual payout and the largest weekend, but as well.
Still going to do a same concept of a Saturday into a Sunday?
Yes, we have.
All
Yes,
right.
we are. We're having to change a couple things. Every year as you grow, there's new challenges that come about. You got to find out ways to make it work. I loved what last year.
Yeah.
I didn't like the setup, honestly. I didn't like the long, narrow setup. I think the setup, we're going to be for Saturday, we're at Will Rogers Memorial Coliseum, which is in Fort Worth in the Arts District, right across from the Kimball, which is a beautiful museum there. There's going to be a lot of things like that, but we're right there. We have Will Rogers auditoriums where we're going to do the awards.
It's a lot of room over there.
It seats 4,500 or 2,500 people in there, upstairs, downstairs. We probably won't need upstairs, but if we do, I'll be a happy man. So the awards are going to be great in there. It gives us a lot of liberty. Judging wise, it's created some challenges because trying to have room for what is this? 20 tables of judges,
Right.
plus leftover tables, cutting tables. There's some big challenges, and we're still working through some of those. But what we're leaning on right now is we're going to have six groups. Last year we had 4 groups.
Okay.
This year we're looking at 6 groups: red, white, blue, green, black, and yellow. So, and then we're to make the judging work. We may have what we're talking about is the first group, let's call them red, white, and blue.
Okay.
You would turn in, say, 2 to 245.
Okay.
You're not competing against those other groups. You're competing against
The one
yourselves.
group.
Yeah, you're competing against that group of 50 teams. So all you have to do is get in that top 10 of that group to move on to the finals.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So that'll give us 6 groups.
And there's a payout on that.
Well, no,
There?
there's not yet. Hold on. Well, I'll get you there. So that one, we're going to announce you'll get 10. So 60 people are going to get a walk the first day.
Okay.
They all get a medal that day. They all move into the finals.
Mhm.
I like my chances against 60,
Oh, yeah.
63 rather than 300.
Sure.
At 300, it becomes a crapshoot at that point, I think.
Yeah.
So let's narrow it down. So now you make it into the finals, you're in. Last year, we paid out top 10 in the world.
You did.
This year, we're paying top 15. We've added $11,500 to
Nice.
it. And these are off the top of my head, so I could be wrong, but first place is still going to be 10,000. We up second's going to be 5, and we up third, fourth, and fifth. So 5, 4, 3, 2. So even fifth place is $2,000.
Great.
Nice.
And then 6 through 10 got up to $500.
Okay.
And then we added 11 through 15, and I think they're 300. So
And that's Sunday. That's the finals.
that's
on
the
Sunday.
finals. So if you advance from Saturday, you go to the final Sunday to compete against, I said 63.
Yeah.
The reason it's 63, it's the top 10 from each heat,
Yes.
each group, color group. And then the top 3, it's the other 3 that got an automatic bid to the final this year.
Are the 3 sitting right here? 2 sitting right here?
Well, I can't cook, but maybe, I don't know. But the points champion from America,
Okay.
from the US Canada chase, and that's our ace points champion. See him up there?
Yeah.
They're going to they get an automatic buy into the finals.
All right.
The winner in Europe gets an automatic buy into the finals.
Okay.
And the points champion in Australia gets a buy into the finals.
Okay.
So we're going to have the 60 teams that score the best in their group, the top 10 from each, plus those 3 in the finals on Sunday.
Okay.
They're going
That's
after the $28,000 or something.
That'll make people hit the road right here.
Yeah, well,
will.
at the end, yeah. that it's going to heat up. There's going to be some people that may not be up there yet. They're going to kind of creep in. Things change pretty quick at the end of this.
Yeah.
Last year, it came down to the last weekend.
Yes, it did.
So basically
Literally.
it breaks it down. The way it's broke down though, it makes the finals, even though it's a bigger deal and more people, it basically makes each time you cook be like an every weekend cook because you're going with 50, 60 people roughly, which we do a lot, you know? So it turns into not being so overwhelming with 300 to the 50.
50 or 60 really good teams.
Yeah, 50 of the
50
best.
the best, man. And I think there's a mental game to that too. I mean, I just, when we try to create this, and Ken and I are good about bouncing each other, and I think cooking against 300 is intimidating to anybody.
Right.
But cooking against 50 or 60, okay, I can get a top 10 there.
Right.
You can get a mental game against 300.
Sure.
Yeah,
So,
block of some sort.
Yeah, so I love the way it's done. So that's going to happen on Sunday, but Sunday's also the kickoff classic. If you don't qualify for the championship for some reason, you're not there. You could still come on Sunday and be part of the whole thing. I mean, we may have, I don't know what Sunday. Last year we had no idea. I think we had 187 in the World Championship, and then we had 192 total in the kickoff classic.
Right.
But we had like 30 went home after Saturday because they didn't make it to Sunday. But then we must have had 35 come back in that are just there to cook Sunday.
Local teams or spouses or partners that traveled with
signed up. Your buddies that ride with you that don't normally cook or didn't make it, then they can enter.
Yeah, they can enter that.
Start earning those points for next year.
Yeah, it's the first one. And so to make it interesting, what we did that we're doing is last year it was one round and we had 187 teams and we called the top 15, and I forget what payout total was. Let's say it was $5,000 or something. Well, we're going to double that payout this year, and we're going to have two groups. So basically, you're either going to be black box or white box as they come in.
Okay.
And so we're going to have two cook-offs. We're going to have three cook-offs running that day.
Okay.
But to handle it, we're going to do the World Championship first, the final round, the final 63. They come in, they get judged. If you're cooking in that, you can still cook in the regular cook-off. So you'll either be Group A or Group B, we'll call it. And we're going to pay the same payout through 15 for each group.
So let me understand that. Sunday, the open.
For the
You're
the
going
open,
to
the
do two
kickoff
groups. You're going to
classic.
do a black group and a white group, and that's going to pay almost like two different contests.
It is. It's going to be ran as two separate events. You're not going to choose which group you're in. You're just going to get.
So nobody can do the double. In case of people
You can't.
asking.
No, you can't.
You can't do
That's a
group
great
A
question.
and B because
You can't
people
do.
would want to.
Yeah. No, we have to do this to manage the size of this thing. And so the turn-ins we'll have the classic turn-ins. That's a set of judges. They've got it. I'm running outside this year. Kenton and them, they're all running inside and they're going to kill it. But they've got a great plan going in. Group, let's call it the black box group. Black box group is going to turn in at a certain time. The next group will turn in the other cook-off is the other time. So they'll have all different judges coming in and out.
Nice.
So the way it's working out, it really had doubled the payout and now we're going to have 30 people getting a call on Sunday, plus the 15. We'll have 45 calls on Sunday.
Wow.
15 World Championship and then 15 on
black
each.
And white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of people get rewarded and come to the stage. It's going to be a great time. I'm real happy with the facilities and where we're going to be. I think we're going to have some crafts show there. We've got some bands coming for outside, some different things we're trying to do that we weren't able to do in the past with certain locations. So pretty excited. We're going to be in some neat places.
I'm looking forward to it.
This chase is heating up.
Got a lot of events coming up on top of each other, especially in this area. We've got a lot of Georgia, Alabama, Florida, or mainly Florida, Georgia. We got a double coming up in a few weeks this month. So yeah, this month's a busy month, I think, for our area.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. I mean, like we've got the quad coming up in Texas.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yes, he did.
Papa Joe's down
That's
there. They're
huge.
doing a quad. That's two events for Saturday to Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 4
It's
winners.
almost worth a drive from here to go out there and hit 4 at one time.
Well, Davidson over here, you got a double coming up at Flamingo, right? August 4th double.
Well, you also got Hilliard, right?
Got a Hilliard double.
Well, it's not technically Hilliard. I get
And there's-
Colston,
It's
Georgia.
gonna be in person, but it's for the Hilliard base.
Yeah, that's a double
Yeah.
too.
So there's some of these doubles coming up. It's just going to be a full schedule to the end.
All right.
Yeah.
We're ahead of last year on planning for the championship, so I feel good about that. We'll have the information out. if you've already qualified, you'll get an email, you'll be on a group list. You'll get all the information so you can start. We've got hotel blocks lined up. You'll be able to, we'll put a list on there and kind of prioritize them. There will be, I don't want to say the name because I may be wrong, but there is one that we're all going to try to base at. We'll try to fill that one first and then we'll hit the others. But we've chose all these hotels because they're close and we know they're in safe areas. So we'll get all that information to you. Today we got some new reps training here. We've got new reps around the country training to help support this. Couldn't do it all without these guys behind us, these sponsors.
Yep. You want to run through them real quick?
Yeah, let's hit it. Ace Hardware is doing the points chase for us. It's an Ace points chase. That thing's on fire. 171 is insanity. B&B Charcoal, their official charcoal. Watch for them, and they'll be in Ace stores, but our logo should start showing up on their bags pretty soon here on the orange bags.
Good.
That's great. Gunnar Wilhelm knives. A lot of you guys are using those. They were kind of, we do a drawing for the judges. And you probably haven't seen this, but our certified judges, we do a drawing every event and give away a Gunnar Wilhelm knife to one of the judges.
And that's, you're using that to cut steaks too.
That's
so
what we use.
Good sharp
Yeah,
steak.
all our reps are using Gunnar knives to cut the steaks. That way I got some cuts. They're wickedly sharp, as David says.
Yes.
So Maverick, they've got the digital thermometers that I'm using. I love them. Nash, what we got behind me there? I'm blanking here.
Well, you got all,
our
you got all the
pellet
grills.
cooker.
Yep, you got all the grills. You got PK, RecTech, Pit Barrel, Beefer.
Beefer is still hanging on there. Yep.
Good.
Beefer's a 1500 degree gas grill. PK is the official grill. I mean, guys.
Pit Barrel, the official smoke.
Pit Bills are official barrel. Those guys, there's guys competing on steak in it, and there's guys competing in ancillaries. You can cook anything on that thing too. So, and RecTech, guy won on a RecTech in Canada the other day.
Now the Pit Barrel has a fountain, right? Like if you win on one.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you win on a beefer, you'll win an extra $1,000. Okay. So if you do that on beefer, if you win on a pit barrel cooker, you'll get an extra $250. And if you win on a RecTech, you get an extra $250. That's on top of what you win.
Yeah.
That's just bonus money that they're willing to give you.
And they're all good cookers, and I think any of them would do a fine job.
I've got all of them on my patio. Yeah. I use them all for different things. And
that's right.
I did, my daughter's graduation was here, and I had 3 grills going, and people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, this one's I use for that. I use that one for that." I mean, they've all got their specialty. You can do anything on any of them, but
they're all tools.
They're all tools, man.
Yeah. That wild side was cool to watch y'all work that out at Memphis in May.
Yeah.
When did the wild side?
Wild side, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, David, will you grab those 2 bottles out of that bag for me? I've got a couple more sponsors we're going to bring up here. What else we got?
The fun sponsors.
Yeah, these guys are fun. These are the ones that keep us our evenings fun after the event as we recap things. But David's working on those.
How many teams are here today?
We have 24 teams here today. They're all set up by the amphitheater here, right by the water. Going to have live band. Yeah, shady.
Looks like they got great spots.
It's beautiful down here. Yeah, the teams will be in there. This is a public event in the city of Hanahan. It's their music jam. So there's going to be a couple thousand people out here. Dripping Springs, they're a great sponsor. And this one,
got a leak in it.
Oh, that one has a leak in it, but good old Republic whiskey out of Texas. Yeah, it's a great bottle. If we could, think about this: fill a fountain up, a chocolate fountain with this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it might be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
dangerous.
I believe today we have a nice DAL award. Call it our dead ass last.
Okay.
Dead A last. And I'm not giving away my anti-monkey butt powder, but maybe we'll give last place a bottle of vodka.
Why not? They need to drown their sorrows.
They may be happy with that.
DAL.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. When we do those, we're not trying to embarrass anybody. We call the number out. If they want to come on up. We've got a prize for you. If they don't, they don't.
Hey, they're great prizes.
Man, the guy at the shed won a grill. He won a $600
Absolutely.
grill.
It was a high-end grill.
Yeah. And he came up there. He was proud as could be. Everyone started chanting DAL. It was awesome.
He had a good time. He was a great sport.
Yeah, he's a great sport.
It was funny when I guess Brad was asking him, "So is this your first time cooking?" And his head dropped and he said, "No, it's my third." So he felt even worse. He kind of added to the atmosphere. But yeah, he was a great sport and got a really fantastic prize.
We did, yeah.
They're not always that fantastic, but they're always usually something fun and lighthearted, and it's a lot of fun.
I think I tried to give away a honey bun, a bottle of Pedialyte, and some circus peanuts in Shreveport, and nobody claimed that one. I took it home. Probably still have the honey bun in my bag.
Probably
All
the
right.
Pedialyte.
All right, well, we are getting ready. You gotta go set up your
I
deal.
do
We
have
gotta
to go
get the
set
reps
up.
training and start talking to them. Alan, how you doing, buddy? Good, welcome. Glad you're here. We're gonna get this event going. You guys, keep on here today. We may jump on later and give some results or do live something,
We'll go
but
live.
this will be something fun to do. Thank you, guys. Thanks for cooking SCA. Thanks for watching, and we will see you later.
Good luck to everybody
Thanks.
competing today.
Good luck, everybody. All right, thank you, guys.
Is it out?
Appreciate you. Yeah, we're turning it off now. See you guys.
Don't say nothing bad.
Yeah.